Okay, so today we're going to talk about underhook. This is a quite long topic actually, but let's start from side control because there's a half guard underhooks and those things. So underhook, side control. Underhook is a great tool, but it's not the only one. And in my view, maybe people overuse it all the time. They want to reach, and reaching is also like I can have access to your elbows. I can underhook your back. So every time you reach, it comes with responsibility. And if you know my view of escaping, I would emphasize a lot of movement and then figuring, when to escape. It's not like underhook, but because you expose yourself also to kimuras and all sorts of things. But definitely with just the first video, what we do about underhooks is usually people are doing like this. They underhook, and it's very like a long motion. And I have really easy counters of like knee and belly, mount, or even going right away to attack. So, and this happens to, I would say, beginners and even not so beginners a lot. And my view would be what you should do is use it as a shock and learn to go to the knee bend, the knee joint, sorry, knee joint. And use underhook to go to like a wrestling single legs at first. And then you also can stay in a hip line. So what I mean by that is Ronald does a small shock and goes right away to the knee joint. So key is even if the hip is on a mat, go back a little bit, even hip is on a mat, so knee is controlled, elbow is on a mat, so it's harder to sprawl, and he's driving a little bit in, back is straight, head is very close to me, and he's right away driving, and now what he looks for is my back leg, go. So, and also driving, so if I'm doing this, I'm already losing, so his back is straight, head is up, he's driving, and then he puts a leg on the shelf, and then he has one leg, and then he looks for another one, or we'll see what happens. So if we would have a fight here, single leg, I probably would have to have a leg up also and free my knee and everything else. So that's going to be like a defensive video. But overall, underhook. Think about this like an elbow shock, and also underhook is easier to use when I'm more pressuring up. If I'm kind of like here, and then it's probably like maybe stiff arm in the future is better. Because if I'm here, if they like make me go forward a little bit more, so they go forward, he goes back. And that's kind of how it also works, and he can use it. Also what is possible is, let's say, we'll talk about also here, but maybe in some future videos also, they can bump me with a knee. They can bump me with a knee forward and like push me forward a little bit. So if I'm maybe like here, they bump me forward with a knee and they expose, and then they go. So the knee bumping is very useful in knee slides and half guards right away, because if I'm just doing this and underhook, then I guess you can play it, but it's very, very hard, and I would suggest you would do a stiff arm or sit up more, because the hip is heavy and you will sit up more. Do this more. If the head is heavy, you would kind of push me forward. And definitely this kind of movement with the knee, it's very natural to do it also, like when Ronald does it alone at the moment. He bumps and right away goes to the knee. It's very easy to go up. So that's the whole point also. And now just come back a little bit. So I'm in a way, using this, and now bumps and goes. And now it's harder, way harder to like capitalize on that omoplata and mount and everything else. And even like a strategic way would be like if you would roll, you would bump him and not maybe reach too much at first. Then bump him again and then reach. So use this to set up things, and then, as in sparring you have to play it more like a sport or like a boxing. So not always like show them what to do. Give them a little bit, see their reaction, and then try to time their reaction and do it anyway. So it's not like, underhook and it works. It's like a jab and cross. It has to be timed and used correctly. It's a dangerous weapon to have. Punching is actually dangerous because you open yourself up. So it's when is very, very important. So I hope I gave you some ideas how to use it better. And probably in future videos we will talk more about wrestling, because it's awesome to have, let's say. So till the next time.